Hello. Greetings and welcome to you, brave citizens of our new world. It's me, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terroir. This is our Layer 4.0, and today we're continuing our game of Dungeons & Dragons in 5th edition, The Chronicles of Autometh, on the B team. And we are joined, of course, by our wonderful players here, going down the list. There we go. We've got Esteban playing our skeleton archer, Talrind.
Good evening.
And we've got Raynor playing our Black Draconian Sorcerer, whose name only now escapes me, because I'm very tired. Drakir, there it is.
There you go.
And up next we've got Kaldaka Grey playing Sneck, our Kobold Cleric.
Hi!
And we got Quad playing Alloy, our Warforged Warrior.
Yes!
Alloy's running Windows, apparently.
Oh, no. You guys are dead if he's running on Windows. You're fucked.
Yeah, I think blue screens halfway through the battle were boned.
And we've got...
be running Apple.
It's just true.
True.
And we got Caleb, our Air Genasi Rogue, being played by Planthier.
1 second. Apparently he's cracking open a cold one.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys.
Okay.
And last, of course, but certainly not least, we've got Ambisaurus Rex playing Piffles, our Goblin Bard.
Hello.
Just sneaking around in this base full of slavers at 2 a.m. looking for some beans. It's going to be a good time. All right. So... when last we left our intrepid heroes, they were all standing just outside, or rather just inside, a secret entrance that they had found to the compound of the slavers who were operating just south of the desert town of Ogun, just on the edge of the red wastes of the ruined kingdom of Oron. These brave adventurers, monstrous folk all, have found their way into this facility because this particular camp of slavers has been working almost entirely or solely with monstrous people as their currency, or rather as their stuff. So just before, of
Their
course...
product.
Yeah, as their product. That's the word I'm looking for. Just before you guys found your way in, though, through Talrind and other assistants, the tent city that was out was lit on fire.
We threw them a gender reveal party.
And all the tents filled with people who were prospectively going to be buying slaves have now found out that it is indeed a boy.
A boy.
So now we find ourselves just inside the guards.
Talrind is not pleased.
Just outside this room, the guards who were just outside this room have run outside to perhaps try to deal with some of their prospective buyers having now quietly fled the area. And now you guys are here. But before we get the action started, I want to let you guys know that we have a raffle going on today, as per usual. Our sweet, wonderful Ragaful, our way here at Evil Incorporated, that we try to give back to you guys. Who are brave citizens who watch our show. So what it is for every 2 hours you watch our stream, you get a megawatt. And for every Canadian dollar that you donate after watching for 20 minutes, you get a megawatt. For 5 megawatts, you can buy a ticket, and each ticket gets you into each pull of these raffles. So today we have Mercenary Kings, who was donated to us by Calendros, and we also have donated to us by Sovereign Salt, Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. So all of these games are available on Steam if you guys want. Feel free to go ahead and drop some of those megawatts. In addition to that, if you want to know more, Eris will occasionally be talking about it with regards to rules and stuff, and there are sort of like prompts you can do, like you can see Calendros with the exclamation point points, and that lets you know how many megawatts you've got. Some people have a lot, as they've been watching for a while, banking them up and donating a bunch of them sweet dollary dues. And of course, all donations go towards keeping our business running here at Evil Incorporated. Keeps us fed and keeps the lights on and keeps us doing this show for you folks at home, especially during these incredibly trying times. Times which try people, as it were. So yes, we now find ourselves inside this space.
Before we go any further, Snick would like to cast a couple of spells quickly.
Yes.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but I think the last time we left off, what actually happened was Quad's internet imploded.
Well, yes, but that didn't happen in game.
No.
I only bring it up because we were just about to start when it happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It needs to be made known what happened.
Well,
Oh,
maybe,
hey.
but it's not like Alloy just all of a sudden went.
Thank you, Coach Co.
Thank you, Raider. I appreciate the donation.
Well then,
All right, so
shall we open the door and move in?
The spell that gets cast. Yes, as you guys are here, quickly before we open the door, he casts a quick spell of aid. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each creature gets a hit point max is increased by 5, and those hit points are filled. So you get an extra 5 HP.
I'm upcasting it.
So it's
So
now
it's
an
10.
additional 10 HP, and it's on Piffles, Caleb, and Sneck himself. So
I
you
got
guys
an extra 4.
can each add 10 HP to your max and current HP. Now this lasts
8
for
hours.
8 fucking hours. So you guys have an extra 10 HP per. All right, good.
And then I'm also going to cast Warding Bond on Drakir.
All right. And yeah, so there's another quick spell that wards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends. While the target is within 60 feet of you, it gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage. Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. And you cast this on Drakir?
Yes, I gave him the golden ring the platinum ring because we got it back from Alloy
Yes.
before we even got to the Lord. So now Drakir will take half damage from everything, and then the damage he does take is then split in
between
half
the two.
between him and I.
Now, that being said, the spell ends if you drop to 0 hit points, or if you and the target become separated by more than 60 feet. It also ends if
Yes.
the spell is cast again, or either on either of the connected creatures. You can also dismiss the spell as an action. Now,
Or if I hit 0 hit points.
yeah, each time it takes damage until the spell ends. Yeah, okay, so this is good.
He takes 1/4 damage.
This wasn't the thing where if he attacks, then it shuts it off?
No, that was Sanctuary. I
That
didn't
was
even remember
Sanctuary.
that time.
Yes, okay. I was
This is the thing I needed 2 50 gold platinum rings for.
Okay, I thought that was Sanctuary. Okay, cool.
No.
I'm just double checking, but I believe I still have Pass Without a Trace activated.
That's Sanctuary.
Yes, you do. Yes. All right. Yes, and the warding bond lasts for an hour. And yeah, so Pass Without a Trace is still there. So everybody who's within the group here who is moving stealthily, you guys are taking a what's the word I'm looking for? A +10. You add +10 to your stealth moves, so long as you're here.
I'm an extremely stealthy, glowing with purple flames skeleton.
I am the master of stealth.
Really? It's funny that you say that because you're the reason that this spell was even taken. Like, everybody's like, yeah, we're monstrous people moving around through a humanish empire, an empire of light on the surface world, and we're all having to sneak about sometimes. Like, stealth is a big proponent in this, so the big robot warrior is going to need some help. So, you guys find yourself here.
It's probably for the best I went with Drakiar and not that Warforged druid I was thinking of.
True. All right. So, what do you guys do?
Alloy, you should go first.
I shall lead the way.
Drac here, make sure you stay close to me.
All right.
Like within 60 feet close.
Are you guys all doing stealth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
If
should.
you guys are going to be moving stealthily, then I want each person who's moving stealthily to give me a stealth check plus 10.
Stealth check plus 10.
Yeah, so that's what, 24, 27. Dracula's got a 17. Alloy with a 19, so that's good.
I rolled higher than a 4.
Yeah,
That's first.
rolling with disadvantage.
I've got a 25.
You got 25. So everybody's moving like, great
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's with the
Caleb.
plus 10.
Caleb got so
No,
much
it's not.
better thinking.
No, it's not. Oh my god, yeah, I rolled 19 plus 3 plus 4, so it's 36. Caleb
Yeah.
vanishes in
invisible.
terms of sound.
Yeah,
He,
no,
he
Talon rolled
snuck his way out of
terribly on that
existence.
Just- Where the fuck?
Yeah.
Shit.
Before we leave, though, Talon would like to pocket any of the. We opened like all the chests here,
Yes.
and they had like gold jewelry and crap in them.
hmm
Talon wants to pocket all of this.
Yep.
Really?
Did you add it to your inventory the last time that we were talking about it?
I did not. No.
Okay.
Because we didn't actually take it at the time.
Because we didn't take it that time, and I don't fully remember the things that I said, so I'm just gonna overwrite
check the
whatever
rod
I said.
later.
I'm gonna say that in the larger chest that you found over here was like different like clothing and knickknacks mostly. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but on the chest that you found here, there was about 50 gold pieces, 20 platinum. And a small collection of some of that chunky gold jewelry, about 5 pounds worth. Saffron knows exactly the kind of chunky gold jewelry that I'm talking about. It's the exact same kind of chunky gold jewelry that every female psychiatrist over the age of 40 wears.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but night, Saffron.
Saffron's having a good night. Good night, Saffron. You have a good snooze. Oh, that's kind of. Shut up, Duck.
So you said.
Stop.
Night,
All right.
Saffron.
And I like rocks. We all like rocks. I like big shiny
Yeah,
rocks.
rocks here.
But
Come on now.
there's no more succinct way for me to describe this jewelry than exactly that fashion. Anyway, so in addition to that, I did also say that you found some poisons in vials on the desk that is in the sort of southwestern quadrant of the room, next to the bowl of half-eaten sort of bachelor chili that was there. The strange sort of like stew-esque chili that's there. They found a couple of vials of poison. Looking over them, I believe somebody identified them as being a compound that doesn't necessarily, like, it can knock people out in higher doses, but mostly it's used to keep the target lethargic, tired, and pliable. So that, you know, a person is suggestible and they're sleepy and sort of inebriated, in a sense.
Perfect use on slaves.
I'm going to say there were 3 vials of that compound. And I also remember the cleric had an aura that let you detect magical stuff. It did wear off. And someone else had a thing for... someone else had an aura. Drac here.
Yeah, I had detect magic up.
Okay, so you had detect magic. Cool.
Like, can I just get a double count on the gold and coinage and the amount of chunky jewelry?
Double count on that was 30 pieces of gold, 20 pieces of platinum, 5 pounds of chunky jewelry, and 3 things of poison.
Chunky.
All right.
So I guess we head into the next room then.
Sounds like it.
All right.
Da-na-na-na-na.
All right. So as you guys enter the next area here, I'll just open this up for you. Tick 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 tick. Okay. Now if I'm like, I want you to reveal this space. Okay, it's actually gonna do that for me. Sweet. Yeah, so as you move into the next area, you see that, like, the rest of the room sort of continues on. There's a large set of doors on the far end. So all the way at the opposite side, there's a large set of doors there. They're rather ornate in their carving. And then the hallway continues around a corner there.
Do I see
Alloy-
where all the chili is?
Yeah, you see on the table there's a collection of bowls of half-eaten sort of chili/stew. There's a large pot to one side here where it seems the majority of it is being kept. At least for the people that are eating in this room.
Alloy's gonna move over to this corner here
Okay.
and peek around the corner.
All right.
Torrent.
Zip.
Do you think you could mix in a dose of the brown alarm to this chili here?
Okay, so there's that. And
I don't think we should waste
this
it.
also continues this way. So rounding the corner, Quad, Alloy definitely sees that there's a small door located just here that appears to be just like your standard wooden door. There's a large set of double doors down at the end there. And then to the north of you, there's another large set of double doors, which, judging by sort of like the scuffing around it, appear to go to an outdoor area. You also see that the hallway continues again around a corner there.
All right, Alloy's gonna just stay in here until the others are ready to move forward.
Copy that. All right, so what's everybody else doing? Perhaps adding poison to the chili?
Yibs.
Potentially, but we don't know how effective or useful it shall be, and we have a limited supply.
True.
Yeah, but I don't think we need very much of it. Like, a few drops and like a big thing of chili will probably still really kill people.
Even if it's not lethal, it will disabilitate anyone who eats it.
But
And
yeah, because they'll
that-
hallucinate until they shit themselves. So, well, then
which means less gods we have to worry about once they come back in.
yeah, they're gonna be too busy pooping and seeing things to attack us. So that works.
How
One
much
way.
of this bottle do I think I'd have to expend, Doc?
Looking at the bottle of the sort of brown alarm poison that you have there, the poison, what causes people to shit themselves to death? You'd say with a pot of chili this size, I mean, it's hard to say, but maybe like 5 or 6 drops, maybe about half of what you currently have left in the vial, in order for it to maintain its potency.
And we don't know. Do we even know if they're gonna come back and eat this? Like, their shit's on fire.
We could substitute in some of this lethargy poison. Leave them tired and out of it. And more willing to listen to us to tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, you've
We
never
could
personally
try
worked with
them.
this poison before, but you think like a drop or two in each of the bowls on the table and maybe a few more drops into the pot itself would be enough, expending probably one of the vials that you have.
Oh, I was just going to mix the chili back in and then scoop in new amounts and put it back where it was.
That would take a lot more time and effort than drip, 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 drip. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
Okay, so Talrand does that.
All right, so yeah, take one of the vials of the lethargy poison off of your inventory, and yeah, that's what we got.
Once we head back to the forest, we'll have to make sure to hunt down more of those mushrooms.
All right.
Talrand
Okay.
moves up to investigate this door and see if he can see anything past it.
Roll me perception. Oh, fucking radical, dude! Awesome.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that's a dirty ass 20 right there. All right. Yeah, no, more darkness. I would like to reveal areas, please. Thank you. It's like, you want to make that darkness thicker? Like, no, stop. You see, as you're gazing through the crack between the doors, the carving on the doors is a lot nicer for this particular room. And on the inside, you see, and you can also hear as you're standing close enough, that there are 2 individuals inside who are having a conversation. There is a tall human man here wearing a lot of plate mail, seemingly everywhere except his pecs. And standing across from him at the table is a woman with bright red skin, some sort of like bat-like wings on her back, and a pair of horns protruding from her forehead. She does definitely fit the description of a Cambion that was told to you by Lord Calendros. The two of them are sort of in the middle of a discussion. The large fellow is sort of standing with his arms folded, a great sword hoisted over his shoulder, and he shakes his head as the demonic woman goes on about where they're going to be moving the slaves from, and how the fire outside started, and what's going on. It appears between the two of them that she is in charge.
Do I hear anything fun about movements and whatnot?
Only Caleb knows this right now.
Is the woman pinging on my detect magic?
You get detect magic up to 30 feet.
And doesn't pass through like stone walls and stuff.
She's not close enough to you at this point. Like she's just out of range.
She would have been in range when I was back over here, though.
It also doesn't go through walls.
No. Still 35 feet.
Huh.
Sorry, I've been like counting out as you've been moving along. But you do, in fact, Drakir, you do get a ping from this side over here, somewhere behind those large doors. But yeah, the two that are talking there, Esteban, like between the two of them, the large fellow, the large human who's wearing the plate mail doesn't seem to say much. But the demonic woman who's standing there, the Cambion, she is just all fire and fury and hatred as she paces around the room, frustrated, yelling about delays and about how they have quotas to meet, and if they don't manage to do this, then they're going to be in shit with whoever else is in charge, and it's going to be a problem.
Oops, I seem to have put a wrench in her works.
What's
I'm horrified and dismayed. I note back to my party that there's two bad guys in with just a pair of fingers up and
Motioning to while Talrand's doing that, I also motion. I'm picking up a ping off in that direction.
You know what?
I can just see Talrand doing like the symbol like 2 behind this door, and Alloy's just like, what?
Are you saying up yours, up yours? I believe that is an insult.
Behind this,
I don't understand.
It's like, God damn it!
Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up! Damn it!
All right, I'm going to move to the big double doors and just see if I can take a peek, and see what's through them, through the cracks and whatnot.
Yeah. Give me perception.
Perception. Oh boy, that is where I'm a Viking. Bam.
22.
Where I am actually a Viking.
Right.
How about that?
How about that shit? So you see into this big room that's off to the side, and it is a massive meal hall that a lot of them appear to be eating. And actually, I'll reveal like another little bit there that you guys can see. So there's just like, you can, looking through the large cracks. The big wooden doors here are strongly made, hewn from some kind of oak, but it doesn't appear to be in such a way that you would not be able to get past them. Like, they're not as ornate as the other doors that were there, but obviously there's a lot of people sitting in this area, and I will now populate that room for you. Where?
That's good as is.
While you're doing that, Doc, is there handles on these doors?
On which doors? Like all of them?
Well, either set, really. Either of the double door set.
On the ones that go into the room with the Cambion, yes. there are a pair of like pull-down latches, which are made from some kind of brass and look quite nice. The other larger doors that go into the meal area appear to be just rope. And yeah, so you see that looking through the door here, Caleb, you see sitting in a large chair sort of at the head of a table up on this end here, there is, again, another human, quite largely built, wearing a lot of plate mail, and sort of throughout the room, there's some more of the slavers that you guys recognize from being the kind of gentlemen that you guys have met in the woods. They, though, are no longer eating and are starting to move about the room a bit panicked with the commotion and everything that's going on outside.
So,
are any of them coming towards the door where I am?
And actually, no, none of them are moving towards the door yet. But I will update you every couple of seconds. You also do notice with the... I'm going to give this to you with the 22. This section of the wall here appears to be false. That you can tell by the way the stonework meets up on a on a pair of creases there. Like you do see the crease where the stone meets there. And like there's a bit of scuffing on the floor just in front of it. So you're pretty sure that that is a false wall.
All right, I'm just going to quietly slip back towards the group. And it's just 4 in there.
What?
Yeah, just 4 in there. There's a false wall towards... wow, that's windy and loud. Towards the right side of the room. They're panicking right now. No idea if they're going to be coming this way, but just a heads up.
Snick thinks maybe we should lock the doors that Talrin was by. Since the latches are on our side.
Good idea.
Would we even be able to do that?
The latches are on our side.
That's gonna say there's latches on this side of the door. You think that if you're careful enough, you might be able to like wrap around the door itself, like actually, you know, maybe tie a rope or something like that around the latches and fasten the door shut from the side.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeps.
Jackie, with a perception of 10, what are you looking for?
This door right here. Try to see what's on the other side.
With a 10, you can't really get through it, but you are now standing in that position, so you do, through the walls, feel the almost oppressive demonic presence of the Cambion that's on the other side. Yeah, you're within 20 feet.
Okay, I go over to Talrand and I whisper to him, one of the ones in that room I'm picking up, she has oppressive magical strength.
Bad juju.
Best we don't get caught in a fight.
All the more reason to lock her door.
Mercenary Pen, throwing fire into a room full of demons and then locking it might not go the direction that you're hoping it goes.
That's called a spa day.
Yeah.
Also, we need to continue exploring this building after we're done fighting things. It all being on fire would be prohibitive to that fact.
Yeah. All right. So then, yeah. Also, standing at that point, Drakir, you do feel coming off of the gentleman that's there a faint bit of magic, just a bit of enchantment.
If I were to lock the door from our side, would that be a sleight of hand check?
You know what? I'm gonna say yeah, especially because you got the tools already. The lock that is like the keyhole is on your side of the door. So the latch to lock it would be on the inside, obviously. But the handles for the door are on both sides, which if you tied them would still bar the door shut for a small amount of time. Like it would buy you time.
Alright, do I have any rope on me?
Snack
they
has
all
rope.
have
You can borrow Snack's rope.
Dracula also has rope.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do have hempen rope.
Okay, good, because Snack's rope is silk.
Yeah, you know, do me some sleight of hand.
Alright, so
Silk
just,
rope would actually be really strong.
Alright, so using hempen rope, he's just Caleb's gonna try to tie the door handle together, just try to buy some time, but before he does, looks at the others, just, this is very dumb. Get ready. And
Yeah. You like. Not only do you like, because you with your stealth earlier, that you rolled, like you are in the 30s, like you're moving almost entirely without a trace. With your sleight of hand, you managed to get this rope like wrapped around the handles a few times and tied into a nice sailor's knot that you remember from back in your bygone days of robbing people on the pier. So, you've now,
the memories.
you've now at least temporarily secured that door shut. For however long it's going to hold those people in there whenever it is that they attempt to leave.
Caleb is fully capable of acting like a rogue when it matters.
Knock on wood.
You've gotten so much better at sneaking. We're so proud.
Knock on wood.
Can Snack try to see into this room?
Yeah, it's just a plain wooden door. Like, there's just, like, a little knot of rope hanging off of it. It doesn't even seem to latch. It just sort of hangs there. Like, it can be freely opened in either direction. Do you walk up and sort of, like, push on it? So, I mean, what, like, are you trying to see through the door, or do you want to, like, just open it and peek?
Was trying to see if I could like see around any kind of crack in the door, if there was one. If there's not, then that's fine.
Not really.
I'm not gonna open the door.
Like, with an 11, like there's not really much you can see. You know what? I'll give you like a square. You can see like there's a hallway on the other side. It's a little tight. But yeah, there's a hallway there.
Tom is moving up and looking around this corner.
Yeah, okay, so going up and looking
Who's
around the
gonna
corner, you spot another, set of large wooden doors that are there. Again, very, very ornately carved. Not as nice as the previous ones, but they're definitely nice doors.
Okay, and then I tried looking through these doors.
And yeah, I'll give me another. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you carry your 20. Whatever.
Okay.
So
Good.
looking up through, I was like, fuck it. Oh, and you rolled. You rolled. Jesus.
That's a nat one.
Nope.
It's like walks up, just on the door, just bonk.
I'm still stealthy, so
There's a
nobody
door.
heard it, but Valorant looks really embarrassed.
So looking through the cracks in that door, you see it opens up into like a courtyard that leads to another building and another large set of wooden doors that are just outside. Now, these wooden doors were the ones that you were looking at from the outside of the building, so that is where the guards used to be. While you are peering through these doors, you see running past you and out the doors another 2 of the slavers. So 2 more of them run past and skitter outside. I'll even give you a little bit more of like this space here. Here we go.
So I tell them, I motion to the rest of the group, 2 more leaving. Before proceeding on to the next door, assuming the rest of the group do anything in particular.
All right, so moving
Alloy's
up to...
just like,
It's just moving along quiet. Moving up to that door and peeking through, you see that there is a sort of like a fancier dining area, and inside you see no one. Whoever it was that was in this room seems to have vacated. And yeah. You wouldn't be able to see it, but yeah, there's another door there. Another smaller door. This door does not appear to be locked or latched.
While I motion to the rest of the party that there's nobody this way. Do we want to go in here? Because it seems the current most prudent to avoid conflict until we know more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like investigate as many places as you can without starting a fight.
Basically.
But before we start the party off, let's get into the idea.
Yeah, let's look around as many places as we can before we start this party. All right, so moving in here, yeah, you see that there is like a large table set with similar food from what you've seen. There's a few goblets of wine and a writing desk over in the corner. There's a large hearth over on the back side there, but there isn't any fire currently lit. Moving over to the writing desk, there are collections of parchment and ink, but there are no records here. You can see that a lot of writing has been done on this table, but there doesn't appear to be anything there.
Despite them, I steal all their paper.
You're gonna steal the paper?
Steal the paper.
All right, sweet.
hard to get out
I'm
here
gonna
in the
say add 50 parchments, blank parchments to your inventory if you want.
That's 50 potential new scrolls for me.
Yeah, like there's a good stack of blank parchment there. And Caleb, so you've moved up to that door. What are you getting up to?
I'm gonna take me another peek-see.
What's in
Bam.
here?
Oh,
Okay,
I'll let you carry your 22. So looking through this door, you do see on the inside appears to be an armory. The door is locked, but the room appears to be empty. As you're looking around, there's nobody in there, and you don't hear anyone moving about. And there are collections of swords, shields. There's a rack with a suit of armor, sort of over in one corner, and you can catch the edge of a table just on the side there, with like a few odds and ends and curos on it.
It's a rogue. Is any door really locked to a rogue?
What? Wait, Quad. What did you just say?
Doors locked.
Is it? It is.
Rolls in that one.
Is it? It is. It is. You and I are a lot of like, both prisoners, you of this warehouse, and me of my genius, and also this warehouse. Oh my god.
Where's that from?
That's from the lab of VR sort of tester game that
Oh,
Valve
that
put out.
thing.
Yeah, like the genius core that you were going to calibrate. That ended up being a Canadian guy from Moose Jaw, Alberta. Go Flames.
Nice. Talron goes, "Can I lend you a hand?" Has already taken his hand off.
All right, just seeing that, Caleb's just gonna back up and it's just gross.
Gross.
It's gross.
Nope. Kildako will be back in a second. That's okay. You guys
It'd be
can
called a
continue.
stealth check, but it's my the door lock, picking the door check.
Yeah, because we were like for picking the door, there isn't really. It's just a dexterity check, but then you add per your proficiency if you have thieves' tools, which you do.
Yes.
So then whatever roll that would be for you. Which if your stealth works, then it works. And yeah, that's a 19 plus 3 plus 5. And yeah, the door clicks open. And you guys step in.
Howard walks up to the door, just the door swings right open.
Piffles. Meh.
Taking
Yeah.
half of resistance, go over the table.
As the door swings open, you see that there are collections of just, shields and swords. A lot of the same, like, sort of curved swords and scimitars and whatnot that you found on the slavers that you fought earlier. Though in this room, you don't find any of the manacles that they are typically used. There is a chest here, and on the table over in this corner, you see a skull in the corner. Raynor, At this range, now that you've entered the room, the skull appears to emit some small amount of necromancy.
Necromancy.
Yes.
Yes.
Considering Black King, I'm probably very familiar with what that feels
Yeah.
like.
That's the thing. It is necromancy for sure. Give me an Arcanum check. 20. So, looking at this skull that's sitting on the table, you can see that it indeed belongs to a greater undead, not unlike Talrand. However, there are no lights in its eyes. And whatever energy that is necromantic, it is similar to the king's. This does not carry the same signature of the king's power.
My God, it's a skull from Graveyard Keeper.
I immediately motion Talrand over.
So, wait, you motion him over, it's just like, what, do you know this guy? Or,
Like I'm pointing out,
Friend of
Roommate
yours?
from college.
Shut up.
this skull, it's giving off the same signature of a greater undead that you do. But it does not possess the king's signature.
Neat. Power on magic.
Cool.
If it has to do with trees and being stealthy, he's all over it. Arcane necromancy magic. Contrary to what he represents, he has no idea.
Just kind of like, okay.
Just
What do
like-
you want me to do with it? Like,
I'm just like, I was wondering if him being a skeleton would have any insight on this.
You have more years of magic knowledge than I have years of knowledge of being a skeleton.
Is there any kind of check I could make to determine if I know enough about this or can figure out enough about this to know what would happen if we were to destroy it?
Yeah, roll me, what do you have knowledge in? Religion?
Religion.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Roll me knowledge, religion.
I got
I'll just give you
history,
a higher DC because it's not the same.
but it's the same.
Oh,
to be fair-
history would also work.
It's 15 either way. It's
okay.
+3, so.
So from what you know, both from like just living in the kingdom of Autometh and just in general from necromancy across the board, from what you know, like if you destroy this skull, it would just destroy whatever undead this is. Its connection to its patron or whoever created it would be severed, and it would be gone.
I'm going to take the skull.
I was actually going to. Snack bit me to it.
Cooperating.
Snack needs to take the skull because either this is an undead that is trapped and we can help it, because, you know, king and that Snack does, or it's completely soulless and it's linked to something that has no spirit of any kind and should be destroyed. But until I know that, I can't break it and kill this undead until we know whether that undead is sentient or not.
Yeah, I was hoping. Thanks.
Tylander unlocks the chest. That is sweet.
Yeah, it's a large iron-bound wooden chest, and it is locked, though you do unlock it deftly, all of a sudden. And yeah, it pops open. There's a collection of like smaller knickknacks in there, like daggers and whatnot, but you do find another 15 pieces of platinum, another 20 pieces of gold, and I'm going to say a collection of rings and amulets and other jewelry that do not seem to match. It seems that these may be the spoils of conflict.
Shall we just add this to the team loot?
So I'm going to say 5 pounds of assorted jewelry.
I'm guessing this dragon head right here is just scenery stuff. It's not actually there.
Sorry, yes, my apologies. On the rest of the table, you see just like sort of just knickknacks, like, a candle holder and some other equipment used for donning armor or sharpening blades or reinforcing shields and whatnot. Other than the skull in the corner, you do see the dried, shriveled head of a demon.
Ew.
Ooh.
Gross.
Roll perception.
Demons don't taste good, don't they? Gross. People drink these much
Gross.
food.
But on the magical signature on the skeleton, on the skull, is it familiar at all, or is it just I can just tell it's different from the king's?
You can tell that it is necromancy, and it is a greater undead, very much like Talrand. However, the soul that is trapped within this particular undead is not of its free will. It is lightless. So this particular undead possesses no strength of its own. And whatever entity created it is not the king.
So wait, if we destroy the skull, the spirit will be freed?
It appears to be so, yes.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm sorry, guys. Sneck smashes the skull against the cement.
Does anybody try to stop him?
I'm sorry.
I do so because I honestly don't. It's confusing me why they kept the skull in here. I want to figure that out before we destroy that.
Do you touch it at all? Do you handle it?
Well, Sneck already tried to pick it up.
Okay. Well, as Drakir is taller and standing closer to it, I wanna give you the opportunity to see if you grab it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you reach down, just half a moment, as you reach down and you do get your hands sort of around the skull and pick it up to give it a closer inspection, the skull itself, while it does not possess eyes and there are no flames in its eye sockets, it does appear to speak to you, and you feel as though it is looking at you. When you pick it up and you hold it, the jaw that's on the bottom begins to creak and move, and very silently you can hear it talk.
The king will rise. All will know his power.
Am I close enough to have heard that?
Spooky.
Yes. Anybody who's in the room would have heard that. It sounds like NB's under a pillow.
I am other. No. I'm close to the door, though. I don't know if that counts for anything.
No, because as it speaks
Okay.
very quietly.
Okay, then I mean, you shit.
Drakir! We have to let it go.
It seems to, as you're holding it, just continues to repeat the same message.
The king will rise. All will know his power.
Which king?
The king of the dead.
Now I hear it. Ugh.
Yeah, you
That's
can hear it now.
The king
Yeah.
in Autometh?
The king of the dead.
Yeah, it sounds like the
Here.
king of Ottoman.
Wait, what do
You
you
did specifically say that it was not the Black King's magical signature on this, correct?
That is correct.
I'm not so sure it even means the Black King. The Black King's power is not upon the skull.
All right. So Caleb Bog says, "Just what exactly are you? What? Someone didn't.
What in the what?
Is this
Not
someone
a
you
talking
know?
head.
There's an
Someone we know,
enslaved.
or-
There's an enslaved soul inside that skull that we need to destroy the skull to set it free. It's what the king would want.
All
Can't you-
will know his power.
What was that?
The enslaved soul.
Sneck, Can you commune? Can't you commune with the Black King?
Not currently.
Yeah, like as each of you still remember the mark that that lies upon you, that the king placed upon you, and Sneck definitely feeling the king's gaze more upon him than others. You do feel the further away you get from Autometh, sort of the more distant that gaze becomes.
I also just don't have sending ready to go.
No, but I mean, like, you did
Yeah.
you did contact him previously without the use of a spell.
True.
Just sort of feel like a roleplay thing, but yeah.
The cleric has a special ability, commune, that lets them speak with their.
I don't have that.
All right, you know what? Caleb's gonna go look for like a hammer or something in this room.
Yeah, there's a few maces on one of the walls.
Pick your poison.
Talon
It's-
does take a look at anything on the wall, seeing if there's anything of greater than normal quality.
All right, he's gonna grab a mace, grab
No,
the skull,
there isn't.
drop the skull on the floor.
Please let Snack do it.
Okay, well, there's a handful of things there. One, Drakir was holding it. So, Drakir, do you allow the skull to be taken from you?
For now, I do.
Okay. Sneck, do you try to intervene because you want to smash it instead?
I try to ask him to stop before he fully swings.
Do you stop
Alright.
Caleb?
Yes.
Okay. Quick question, Doc. What's my holy symbol made out of? Metal?
Burger.
Whoa.
I'm trying to remember what like your holy symbol was like a
Is it-
skull on a chain. If
Yes, but it's
memory serves
specifically
me.
just a medallion. Like, it's not
yeah.
necessarily actually a skull.
I'm gonna say it's like it's obsidian. It appears to be made from the same sort of black stone that the rest of the city of Autometh is largely constructed from. But yeah, holding it in your hand, it fits in your palm. To you would be the size of like somewhere between like a cherry and an orange. Like it's not big, but it's not small. And is made from a black stone.
So it's hard enough that I could use it to break the skull.
Yeah, if you like fucking heaved into it, yeah.
That's what I want to do then.
Doc, in Drakyar's studies,
Yeah.
did he ever come across anything about mentioning a king of the undead besides the Black King?
See now, in your studies, and I'm gonna give you a bit of information because you have the 24. In the studies that you remember going through it, before the monstrous war, like the war with all the monsters to the north and whatnot, the war for the Empire, magics like necromancy were taboo. They were banned outright. And from what you know, it's still considered to be as such now. So the fact that there is a skull talking about a king of necromancy that is not the king you know is at least mildly distressing.
Huh.
There does not appear to be any record of that, of any of it. Though a lot of information with regards to the war and whatnot was lost. Attempting to learn or recall, yeah, so if you don't know that information, you know where and from whom you can obtain it. The only people that would know that information would be entities who may have been alive during the war. So perhaps some of the libraries within the Empire itself, or perhaps some entities that may have been alive during that time, such as the king, or maybe like Trent's elves, perhaps, or other long-lived entities.
Alloy.
Well, Alloy doesn't have any of his memories.
I was gonna say, had Alloy any memories, Alloy might know.
So, yes, Snack is going to use the holy symbol of the king to free a soul trapped through necromancy.
Yeah. Raising the amulet up high, you bring it down hard on the skull that's on the ground, the top of it caving in. The skull, as soon as you smash through the top of it, immediately crumbles into a dust, and a waft of thick black energy seems to escape from it and dissipates into the air.
Snack would kind of just almost seem to like relax in the shoulders slightly. Like
Phew.
Not even that, more just like it's done, like in the same way that if someone was, on their deathbed and finally had slipped away.
Mm-hmm.
It's glad that they have moved on.
That's good. Yeah, so now you guys are standing around the...
Anyone looking at Drakiar will see that he's very lost in thought.
All right, Caleb's
Well,
still
Talron's looking for things of value.
Yeah, so looking over the racks, it appears to just be, largely it's a collection of some of the equipment that they use as the slavers. So, like, you'll find basic sets of leather armor, some of the curved swords that they carry, but not a whole lot. And then sort of stacked on one of the racks is sort of a collection, a mishmash of different things that are like, it's a collection of weaponry that doesn't appear to belong to any particular group.
It's probably confiscated weaponry and such.
Yeah, like it appears to be weapons and armor and equipment that belonged to the people before they were taken prisoner.
Talron avoids saying, "Ooh, the miscellaneous pile. That's where you find the best MacGuffins."
Except I think Sneck just smashed the one MacGuffin in here.
Well, there is the dried up head on the table still.
Okay, yeah. What would I roll to try and figure out what that is?
Arcanum. Kind of 9.
Yeah.
It is the severed head of a demon, and someone has like sewn the eyes and the mouth shut and preserved it, and now keeps it in here. It's hard to tell who did this, if it was something from one of the people that was taken as a slave, or if it was one of the people that operates here as a slaver.
So,
Pretty good magic, Regent.
Talron wants to try to identify anything about it.
Yeah. Talron. Actually, you know what? No, yeah, because Talron, being a hunter, do you have any like knowledge checks that you can do?
Well, I was just wanting to do an intelligence check to see what I knew about demons, whether this was any practice that I knew.
Give me like a random intelligence check then, if you want. Yeah, all right, sweet. So with a 15, looking at it, you've seen this before. As a matter of fact, back in your days when you were in Ogun, briefly, for when you saw those people coming back from the wasteland being absolutely trashed, you recall that one of them had taken a trophy very similar to this. But it's strange that you'd find it here, amongst these people. The party may need a demonstration.
I relay that to Drakiar.
Yeah, Drakiar, you're not really sensing any magical properties off of it. It appears to be a trophy.
Okay. Can I make a history check to see if I know anything about any orders or such that have a history of making trophies like this?
Yeah, if you want to try for it. 24. Despite your sort of extensive knowledge of the surface world through the books that you've been getting your hands on from the library, from the archives whenever possible, mostly the stuff you learned about was based on magic. You do remember that there was mention of some people either using these as a casting focus or some others just carrying them purely as a trophy, largely believed by some groups to ward away demonic corruption or demonic attacks while you sleep. Though there wasn't any specific group.
I let everyone know.
Actually, Kara brings a good point. What kind of demon is it? It appears... I mean, looking at it, it seems to be similar to the spike demons that you guys met when you were under the spine devil, rather, that you guys saw.
Spiky boys.
In the sewers underneath Ogun.
It'd probably be very difficult to try and identify it, considering it is dried out, like, as such.
Yeah, it's gross. Gross.
Gross.
Bigum's grossness.
I think we've kind of explored this way the furthest we can without setting off alarms. Shall we go down? So we'll check out that one corridor that we have looked through.
Snack likes this idea.
Didn't Caleb say something about a hidden door on the other side, around this wall here?
Yeah, but we have to go through 4 people in order to get to it.
What about the other end?
We can check if they're still there.
I'm gonna say Talrand and who was that? Alloy. You guys were just next to the door as I made an executive decision. Can you guys roll me perception? Caleb, you as well.
Perception?
Yeah.
Hope.
18.
Hey.
18, nice, and 16, sweet. Okay, so as you guys are kind of standing at the doorway, while it's maybe even only slightly ajar, you see moving in that direction out the doors the 3 slaver gentlemen that were once in the large eating area. So the 3 of them moved from that room, they moved into that hallway, and then they ran quickly outside through those doors.
Gross.
The sounds of fire still raging in the distance.
Alright, I'm just going to... Okay, correction. We only have to go through 1.
Snack likes this idea even more now.
Maybe, but he's built like a brick shithouse.
Shall we check out the last corridor before we try taking on the guy? Because there's that one corridor.
Yeah.
I'd rather not attract anyone to us with the sounds of fighting, as it were.
Smart.
So we'll continue stealthily exploring before starting fighting.
So yeah, as you guys move into the hallway, it appears to still be empty. You guys are still moving silently, and the gentlemen that ran by are now out through the large main doors and into the burning tent city outside.
I'm assuming Piffles is keeping up, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yes, sorry. My brain is a twice baked potato
Oh,
right now.
Okay.
you've been working so hard at coding school.
I am, and it's good, but my brain is definitely not great right now in the evenings.
That's okay.
For all we're wandering around, remember everyone, stay within 6 tiles of me.
Alright,
All right, yeah, so if you move up to the door there, you can just push it open and have a look down the hallway, or you can try a perception to look through any cracks or openings.
Whoops.
All right, so...
Sorry, my mouse is weird.
That's okay. We'll say with a 13. You can see as there's not... God damn it, I said reveal. Not more darkness, less darkness. There we go. You can see the hallway is definitely thin enough to move, and there are, down the hallway, a series of wooden doors that appear to be locked. The locks on them are large and obvious. Or sorry, no, they're not locked. They're latched from the outside. So they're barred shut, but it's not with a locking mechanism. It's just with like a wooden bar that's put over the door.
Talron just, shuffles close enough to this door to check if you can still hear, angry yelling over the state of the town on fire.
Oh yeah, you can hear that woman in there going off on whoever that guy is about like his responsibilities and how they really do need to work harder to keep their investments safe, and how he's failing the company, and you don't want to know what's gonna happen when so and so gets here. Yeah, they're still
So-and-so
on.
gets here, what?
It sounds like, yikes.
So and so.
So and so.
Snack thinks there might be slaves behind those bars.
Did Talron actually hear a reference to a important individual coming? That
Indeed. So as she was yelling about his responsibilities and keeping this operation under wraps so that they can continue doing their job, making money and serving their rightful leader, she does let slip that they need to be a lot more careful with what they're doing, or as she says, that they want the operation running smoothly for when the Herald arrives.
Harold?
okay.
I knew it was Harold all along.
Herald.
Talron walks away and mentions this to the rest of the party. And judging from the way she's talking, it's in the near future, but hopefully not like in the next 2 hours near future. They're expecting a herald of some high level entity.
Snack thinks maybe we want to get this done quickly.
Yeah, no, Talron's right behind that. In the corridor.
So yeah, as you guys move down the corridor, you see that there is a series of these simple wooden doors that are being held shut by just a beam being placed across them.
All right, at the first door, just gonna take a listen in.
Yeah, you still
Like
listen.
my someone's already measured how far away it is to run.
With a 20 perception, the way the door is situated, you can't quite see in, but you can hear heavy breathing from the inside.
Heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Like
And
from multiple people?
it stinks down this way, also.
Drakiar said he detected one of the demons this way.
He was detecting magic.
Oh, magic.
Speaking of which, where am I picking anything up?
From there, you're getting something here. Sorry, let me get that. You're getting something here, and I'm gonna say you are also getting something from in here.
Let's not go in.
I let the others know.
Okay.
Like, is it over a large area? It's like,
What was that, Talron?
Said, do we want to get Alloy up here and open the door and see what we find?
Probably not a bad idea, since we can't really see into it.
Like,
Talron just kind of sticks his head around the corner to make sure, there's no guards hanging within like 3 feet away going, what's that sound like? That sounds like escaping slaves.
Yeah, no. Looking around this corner, you see that the hallway continues and branches off in 2 areas.
Probably.
It seems to branch off that way and that way.
as tempting as it is to just kick down the door, Alloy's going to slowly open the door.
Yeah, so you slowly lift the wooden beam that was covering the door, place it to the side, and push the door open. Inside the room, you see what was a collection of small beds. And sitting in the corner is a massive minotaur. And it's sitting on what looks to be like 2 or 3 beds that have been sort of mushed into a corner. The rest of the beds that are in the room are unoccupied. There is a small table around the middle of the area. There is an unrolled, long pocket of what appears to be torturing implements on the table. The Minotaur appears to be tired and haggard. It slowly lifts its head to look at you, and then tilts its head sideways in confusion. It's wearing huge metal glowing manacles on its arms and around its neck.
I'm sorry, I just really picture this all of a sudden the door swings open and there's, Alloy, giant of a man. Like, oh no, they're going to torture me again. And then there's Snack and Piffles with their head just coming in from either side of the door like,
What's like knee high?
At which point you go, what?
Alloy is going to make the quiet gesture, like the
universal
single
gesture
finger. Yeah.
Quietly, it like furrows its brow and then nods in acknowledgement to you.
Do the cuffs look to be the same kind that we've taken off of other people?
They're not the same design. They appear to be a much larger, much more severe version.
Well, to be fair, I'd be the one to be able to figure that out with my detect magic.
That is correct. As you are standing within range, you are definitely detecting it is the same kind of strange enchantment magic that you are getting off of this individual. The manacles that it's wearing, both around its wrists and around its neck, are considerably larger and considerably stronger.
We needed a key to get them old ones off, didn't we? I think.
No, Caleb was able to pick them.
Yeah, it was just a regular old key to get off the ones that you guys found around Bodak's wrists.
Do we need to disenchant them though? Will they blow them up if we try to take them off? Dude, these ones are glowing.
They're just stronger.
Sure.
Talrand walks relatively close.
It's kind of like.
Yeah, he looks at each of you with caution, but obviously with his muted strength, doesn't react to your presence. He appears cautious to you, but doesn't seem violent.
We
kind of
Like,
hold out his wrists.
People
Like,
jerky.
I
Offers him some jerky.
So Piffles, you walk right up, take a bit of the halfling jerky that you've got in your pocket, and you hold it out to him. And he kind of squints, leans down, sniffs it a bit. The air coming off of his presence is extremely hot and oppressive, but shakes his head no. And he manages to squeak out a word as he shakes his head no, and he goes, "Vegetarian."
Oh, that makes sense. I got flowers in my pockets.
Do you offer him flowers?
I'll bring him the flowers that I picked outside that I've been snacking on and shoving in my pocket.
You know what? Considering that everything Piff's doing, forget the persuasion check I made.
Yeah, you know what? Piffs, make a persuasion. Roll me persuasion check.
I snacked the whole way here. My pockets are full of grass and flowers and shit. Underground, we don't get that.
All right, roll me persuasion. That's fair.
We both rolled a 2.
Wow. God
So,
damn it, I'm not good at this shit.
You hold up the flowers, and the large minotaur, he furrows his brow.
And then she puts a handful in her mouth and is like, see, they're tasty. I've been eating them the whole time of beer.
So you take some and you stick them in your mouth and you munch. And he sort of like nods a little bit, leans down, and starts eating them from your hand.
Yeah, this is great.
You
So
get
fun.
all kinds of slobber all over whatever hand was holding those flowers.
It was both of them. It's great.
We're here to break everyone out.
We're planning a rapid departure with, those we consider, in trouble. Would you care to come with us?
Slowly, he makes a bit of an attempt to stand, which is extremely labored as he very, very steadily eventually gets to his feet. It seems like he's barely able to stand under his own weight, hunching over slightly as the top of his head well exceeds the height of the room, so he has to kind of bend a little bit in order to be there properly. He manages to get to his feet and says, "I will come with you, but I will not leave without my husband."
Oh, yeah, no, we plan on taking everyone we can find in this entire place with us.
And
Oh,
killing
yeah.
anyone that tries to stop us.
And making them into more jerky.
Dalrin
Yummy,
touches
yummy.
a hand to the Minotaur and uses Cure Wounds.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you absolutely cast a spell as you reach up and lay a hand upon the Minotaur and cast the spell.
Maybe pick the manacles off first. Oh. Caleb,
And-
can you pick the manacles?
You see some of the wounds on the outside of the Minotaur, some of like the cuts and scrapes or stabs that marked the outside of it suddenly start to seal and heal up.
All right. Well,
Only some.
while Talrin's doing that, Caleb's
damn it.
just going to walk up and says, "All right,
Why
let's
was
see
this
what I
not
can do about this."
I am not a high quality healer. I am the healer equivalent of having a nice band-aid and an antiseptic sprayed on it. Get off my case.
I think Snick is trying to roll, but roll 20's not letting him.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Is it being butts?
Yeah. It appears as though that they were either torturing or experimenting on him while he was here. And you've now healed a number of those wounds, but
There we go.
a bunch of them. Jesus. That's a D8 plus 4 plus 3, so yeah, 15.
Nice.
You also cast like a big ol' healy spell, and that closes up pretty much all of the rest of his wounds. There's still like 1 or 2 scrapes and scratches here, which are yet to be closed up. He nods to you, and as he like sort of shakes his head, and he goes, "I thank you. They're poisoning us with something. I can't see straight."
All right. Well, while you
Maybe
guys
the
are
buttons that do that, but they also make you poop yourself with that, so.
all right, thieves' tool check to unlock the manacle.
Yeah, if you want, like actually, wait, no, sorry. As you approach the manacles themselves, these ones do not appear to have a lock on them.
Shit.
All right, just look at it. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be much help on this one.
Yeah,
Dalrin
as you're
will
looking at
push
them,
his back hair forwards.
the yeah, go get him, champ. The Minotaur says they have some kind of special stone that they touch to these.
Of course they do.
Great.
Do you know who's?
They've upgraded the security since the last time we dealt with these.
Do you know who might be carrying any of them? Do you recognize any sort of like clothing or some sort of physical defect or anything like that that would make them easier to spot?
The demon touched often carried the keys to these manacles.
Demon touched?
We get to kill the scary guy.
That bitch who was arguing in the other room.
There are several of them. They mainly live in the quarters underground.
We
Well, I
saw
think
one
I
in the
know.
other room.
All right.
The red people. Weird.
Snick has a question for you.
Oh.
Hmm.
If you can't fight with us, can you? Because the shackles won't let you.
No. The shackles and the poison keep most of us subdued.
If you were not poisoned, you still wouldn't be able to fight with us, though, because the shackles.
Indeed.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure Snick has a spell to cure poison.
Yes, but it's not going to waste it if it doesn't actually help in the long run. Not right now.
All right. Tell you what, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go to this door
Mm-hmm.
and do me a Perceptionis
Yeah.
to the ground.
Yeah, you know, sure. I'm just gonna say, like, looking through the crack, you see a number of beds on the other side of the door. And there are a whole bunch of trolls, orcs, goblins. You even see a bugbear in there, all laying down on the beds. None of them are wearing manacles, but all of them appear to be heavily sedated.
Gotta figure out where they're keeping. What is your name?
Or are
She's
you
asking
asking
him what his name is, because nobody's asked him his name yet, and we also have to find his husband.
The large Tauren sort of turns his attention down to Piffles and says, "I am called Ebonhorn."
Piffles?
What about the name of your husband?
And do you know where they're
Iron Ring.
Alright, so we need to be on the lookout for Iron Ring as well as the stone to undo these manacles.
Do you know where they're keeping him? Like, have you seen where they put him at all?
Gazing through the door, Talrind, you see another collection of orcs, goblins, a bugbear, and a troll on the other side of the door. They appear to be mixtures of colors and denominations. So some of these orcs you think might be from the wastes. Others appear to be much larger, much stronger, and much greener than even the ones that are from Automath. And again, none of them are wearing any kind of bindings or manacles. All of them are laying in sort of makeshift shitty beds and are heavily sedated. They're like, some of them are awake and they're looking around the room, dizzy, their eyes sort of wandering in different directions, and other ones are just flat out unconscious.
Not the kind of mushrooms they had were like way too much.
Like, you think, looking at them, you might be able to get them up and move them, but they wouldn't be able to help you fight. At least not in this state.
No prison riot. Not yet, at least.
How many people can Snick target with cure poison?
1.
Dang.
Better pick a good target. Just like, or I would almost recommend probably hang on to it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Until...
Acolyte Snack Peaks into the room.
Oh, a
Doc.
bugbear could do some
So we
good.
can't
While we're all just standing here, can I just start ritual casting Detect Poisoning Disease?
Sure.
Just, if we're here for 10 minutes, I'll have it ready. If not, then I'll cancel it and we'll keep moving.
Alright,
Yeah, we'll just say you start. See what everybody else is doing.
Snack can't help it. It's just...
Talrand's like, I'm going to open this door and want her to join me.
1 second.
They've been sedated.
The results of your detect poison spell. Yes. Oh God, yes.
If they've been sedating these guys, odds are there's probably some sort of concoction to reverse this effect. Odds are there's probably a lab around here, isn't there?
Oh right, sorry. Piffles asked a question earlier of Ebonhorn. When you asked where you think that they took him, all he says is that he thinks that they've been taken underground.
Oh, okay.
He says, there's a small secret door behind one of the main chairs where they eat. They take some of their higher priority prizes in there.
So what you're
On the
saying
big
is
room.
we gotta go through the
Secret door.
Secret tunnel! Yeah, thank you.
Through the mountain.
Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door.
Yay!
Secret tunnel,
Okay,
secret tunnel,
so,
secret tunnel.
moving into the opening the door and sticking his head into the room. How do the ones that are at least moderately conscious respond?
The ones that are sort of lying in their beds to the door opening and a skeleton with glowing purple eyes suddenly just like leans into the room. The ones that are awake, like,
Okay, they're already on drugs.
are sort of frozen in fear. Some of them are like rubbing their eyes, trying to see if like they're hallucinating you or what's going on.
Okay. I'm still in disguise. I look like a gaunt man with a
the wooden mask on.
the wooden mask on.
Yeah. So you like poke in. Okay, so then yeah, they kind of look. Oh, and then Drakir enters the room. And a lot of them like sit up as much as they can. Looking a bit dizzy and more than a little uncomfortable. They do see you guys there, and they're just like, hi. Drakir, with a persuasion of 13, what do you say?
We're here to break you out.
The goblin that is closest to you, sitting on this bed here, looking up to Drakir, goes, "Oh, good. You hear that, fellas? They're here to get us out. It's a prison riot." And he just falls face first onto the ground.
All right.
We are currently working our way in and finding all of the people we can, but we plan to get everyone we can out to someplace safe in a hurry.
That sounds good. I'm gonna stay here and hold down the fort.
Is he like face down on the stone floor right now?
Yeah, he's
like,
saying that into the
holy?
floor as he's right in front of you.
All right. With that, I'm going to remove the 2x4 from the door in front of me and enter.
Yeah, as you remove that and walk into the room, you still have most of your human disguise on, so a lot of the people in the room sort of grimace at you as you enter.
Actually, I just have my cloak up. If anyone's able to look at me sharply enough, they'll be able to see I'm a Genasi.
They're on drugs, though.
Yeah, they can't look at you sharply enough. They can barely see. They see
with that,
a person.
Alright, with that, I'll just pull down the hood.
Yeah, so you like take off the hood and stuff, revealing your blue skin and your flowing hair. And the orc that is sort of sitting on the bed with his elbows sort of resting on his knees looks over to you and goes, "What?"
Relax. If I was here to harm you, you will be harmed already, but today happens to be your lucky day.
Towering from the way in the corridor. Your bedside manner is terrible.
Yeah, you peering past, Caleb sees the kobold standing behind him, and Drakir just a little bit through the doorway. Sees the bunch of you guys there, and goes, "What about the guards?"
They're a little bit, distracted right now.
They're busy putting out the city that we set on fire.
And the orc chuckles, he goes, "Huh, nice."
So, congratulations, boys, girls, everything else in between. We're getting you out.
And he, like, nods to you and goes, "Okay." And then, like,
However,
slaps his face a little bit, gets to his feet, and then falls to one knee, and sort of staggers a bit to get up. He's stumbling around a little, like it's taking everything he has really just to stand, and goes, "Okay, so how are we doing this?"
All right, I'm just gonna go over to him and says, "Okay, well, first of all, just sit down.
First, we need to find. Our group is going to hunt down any keys, antitoxins, as well as any all of the people captured here.
Yeah, you
want
to like."
Sorry, he shakes his head at Drakir and says, "There's no antidote for this. They just keep giving it to us. We just have to let it wear off."
Well, you look like the kind of guy who could rip off my head and shit down my neck right now, but we need to get you back in top fighting form.
That was cool.
So, that being said, you said there's no antidote. What I'm gonna say is, wait here wait for our signal, or wait for one of us to come back and get you guys. We'll start ourselves a little bit of a riot then, but right now we need to get as many people as we can and get them out of here.
Okay, if you don't come back, what's your signal?
Screaming.
All right, points to Sneck. Just excellent. You hear screaming? Go ahead and start yourself a little bit of a riot. Just pat on the cheek.
You know, I gotta remember that. He's sedated.
Okay. So when the fighting starts, I don't know if we can join you, but we can move to somewhere else if you think there's a safer place or if you think there's an escape.
Talron sticks his head in and says, we could direct them to the armory that we found on the off chance, they need stuff to defend themselves with.
Ooh. There's also the secret exit that we got in through. Tell them how to get out that way.
Both are excellent ideas. All right, so...
The secret exit does lead into a city full of guards and fire.
Yeah, well, obviously, we need to get you guys, shall we say, call them a whoop-ass stick. Then we'll... All right, then there's a secret entrance to the southeastern corner of the building. Above the fireplace, there should be a small stone. You tap that, a secret tunnel will open up. It'll lead you outside, full of a city that is filled with guards and fire. A target-rich environment, if you would.
That doesn't sound like a good escape. I don't know about myself, but I know that the rest of these people can't fight.
Oh, don't worry, you're not going to be alone. In the meantime, we should probably get you guys to... What do you guys think? The armory?
Having them camp out in the armory might not be a bad idea because it's a relatively defensible position.
Yeah, the armory, that small office we were in earlier.
Yeah, one or two of them who are more coherent could probably reliably hold a door or corridor off to keep the rest safe.
Okay, in that case, shall we start moving them?
Well, we don't want them moving out before things start going down, do we? And we still have exploring to do.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say, who's standard? So Caleb and Drek here. Give me perception checks, both of you.
All right.
Talrand and Sneck, you can also do them as well because you've seen a lot of these guys. Yeah, Sneck, you're not necessarily sure, but like Caleb, Talrand, and Drek here, there is no way these people are going to be able to fight.
These people definitely can't fight right now.
They are in no condition to get into combat. Like, they can barely stand, let alone raise their fist to somebody. Even if you did put their equipment back in their hands, most of them would probably still just pass out. Like there's it doesn't like looking at them. There's no, you can move them to places. They could maybe walk or stumble in a direction, but they're not combat effective.
Now, we want you guys to stay here and be ready to move if we come back. We are going to try and collect as many people as we can, and we have an instant escape plan for everyone.
He nods to you and goes, "Okay, we'll wait here for you to come back."
Okay, Snack has a plan.
He puts his hands on his knees as he's sitting in his bed, lowering his head down between his knees, just like, "Oh boy."
I know that feel.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can, Talron can sabotage the lock, like the bar lock on the door, so that it looks like it's working, but it's not?
Yeah, you think you could probably finagle it in such a way that it looks as though the bar is still over the door, but it's not actually stopping the door from opening.
Yeah, Talron tries to set all three doors up like that. We make it look like the doors are still closed and locked, so they don't come to investigate while the city's on fire.
Yeah, you can like break down the boards they were using to brace the doors, so that while they hang over the door, they're not actually bracing the door shut on the frame in any way.
And then we should continue exploring, looking for more folks.
All right.
Mercenary
Before we
Pen
go-
was saying you just give them all crossbows and just like because accuracy's not important if you have them all shooting at once.
All right,
That is the tactic.
All right, before
Yeah,
we
but at best we get one shot out of that because there's no way in hell they're reloading a crossbow.
They
And
probably
they're
should
safe.
reload it, yeah.
We can lift it.
Before we go, I'm just gonna turn to the orc, just put a hand on his shoulder. It's just, you need to lie down, bud.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, I'll be good. I'm good. Whew.
All right, just let it right out. Think happy thoughts, and just pat on the shoulder, and out I go.
Look
All
forward to being free.
God fucking damn it. With this. Reveal the areas, please. There we go.
Show me your secrets.
Looking around the corner, you see another pair of wooden doors.
Just pops up over here to.
Yeah,
this
looking
goes.
around that corner, it's just the sort of like a loop around. Actually, as you come around that corner, you do see sitting in the corner there one of the slavers, but he is asleep against the wall. He's sort of like slumped in the corner, and he's passed out, and he's got an empty bottle of something in his hand.
Do you allow coup de grace
Yeah.
against like a target that's sleeping and unconscious with a nearly invisible skeleton with a large knife coming towards his face or throat, really?
Basically,
say-
we split its throat without it waking up. Well,
I think it'd be better off snapping his neck.
The rules don't really allow for it. In this particular situation, though, I'll allow it. Like the rules are typically
3.5.
very stingy when it comes to coup de grace people. But yeah, if you move up there,
Assassin's Creed.
I'm gonna say roll me an attack, and we'll see. Because I know that he's sleeping, and you automatically get to hit him and stuff like that. You get attack with advantage because he's asleep. But roll me an attack, and I want to see, judging by how you roll, by how dead he is.
yeah, I think in 3.5, the optional rule for coup de grace was they basically just had you roll critical damage on a automatic hit.
Yeah, you automatically
And then-
hit and automatically crit, but if it's not enough to kill it, then it's not.
You've just pissed it off a lot.
Oh, actually, if he doesn't flat out kill it, they have to make a fortitude save, DC, like something having equals to like the damage you just dealt. And if they fail that, they just drop dead.
Yeah. So Jesus Christ. Yeah. So with a 20, he's dead. How do you want to do that?
What?
Just a straightforward, simple through the neck with a short sword.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you just like take the sword and just straight into the neck, severing the vertebrae of the back of his neck. And it's clean. He doesn't even wake up. He's just suddenly dead. And
Just
removing the blade from him, his body slumps forward a little bit and is now a corpse.
I proceed to check for any keys and whatnot on him.
He doesn't seem to have any keys on him. He does have, actually no, he doesn't even have the manacles. He's just got about, I'm going to say 2 pounds of that chunky jewelry.
Yeah.
How loud would it to be cast prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation is typically an instant spell.
No, I mean, how loud?
Oh,
would
how loud?
this-
It depends. It has a verbal component, does it not?
It does. I'm just wondering if it, because it's a cantrip, do I have to like shout it out or?
Yeah, you could say that you're using your stealth. You whisper it.
Alright, because I want to cast it to clean up the blood, so it just looks like he's still asleep, asleep drunk.
Yeah, so you quietly cast your spell, and all the blood that's on his clothing vanishes.
Because if you find a body, when someone finds a dead body, that's usually a big old tip-off to everyone. There's someone breaking in.
All right. So, you guys moving back to these doors? Do you guys trying to peek through, see what you see?
Yes.
All right. So peeking through this door, it's like a standard wooden door. You see what appears to be a guard's room, but there's no one in it.
Caleb, what do your Genasi eyes see?
See some bullshit.
And then, yeah, down there, let me just reposition the camera. You guys looking down through this area, Caleb, you see a large storage room, which appears to be, at present, empty. This room is seemingly like a large intake space. That is, like, the stairs that you see there, I'm going to say, those aren't there. Those stairs do not exist. So those aren't there, but you do see a large pair of wooden doors that you had seen from the outside before. There is sort of an overturned barrel, and there's some small smatterings of blood you see on the ground throughout the room. Another pair of wooden doors here, and a smaller wooden door there. But yeah, it's just a large, open sort of intake room for where the slaves are brought in for processing.
All right, I'm just going to open the door slightly and check and see if anyone's there. If there's no one there, I'm going to enter.
Yeah, as you creak the door open and peek in, no one's inside. Through the large doors that you see over on the side there, they are barred shut. From the outside, it seems like a large wooden beam was placed over top of them, and you can still hear the sounds of chaos outside the doors.
Friend immediately goes in and tries to search the chest he's on top of.
Yeah.
Looking around the room.
It's a small, bound, locked chest. Dost thou pick it? Yes. Dost thou? Thou dost. So it's a quick job. You pick the lock and it pops open, and inside you see like a collection of like clothing. You see a few ears and teeth, which belong to goblins and orcs of some denominations. Trophies, it seems, that have been taken from disobedient individuals. But underneath you see a small coin purse that's got 20 pieces of silver and 10 pieces of gold.
Just follow everybody.
All right, I'm gonna check the first door.
All right. Yeah, moving up to that door there, peeking through, I'm going to say that, yeah, like through the large wooden doors, it does lead back into that large meal area that they have.
Okay, moving up to the second.
Moving over to that door there, you see just a small hallway that turns to one side, and there's a wooden door.
Before Caleb gets too far ahead, does Tolerance see anything like keys or anything like that? Anything useful in the room?
There is a ring of iron keys on the table.
Tolerant pockets the ring of iron keys.
Yeah, add that to your
Yoink.
inventory.
But doesn't see anything else useful in here.
It appears that, this area is just like for whoever was in charge of keeping an eye on these guys for now.
Nothing of value left in there.
Nope.
All right. Just like Tolerant walks out between Drecker and Alloy. Nothing of value left in there. Does not bring up any gold or silvers are found.
All right, just turning back, and Caleb sees Sneck. He motions him, just come on. Here.
Take a little bit of a peek around the corner.
Scooching in there. Everybody moving quiet. I'm just gonna say that you guys can keep your stealth checks for now. I might get you to re-roll at some point in the near future. But, scooting up, there is another wooden door there, and then the hallway continues a ways up.
All right, I'm just
Do
gonna
these doors look like they're the same barred doors at all, or are they?
No. The two doors that you're seeing here just appear to be your standard wooden doors. This one has a simple lock. The one that was just pinged has a simple lock, similar to the one that you found to the armory.
All right, gonna go up to the one with the maybe not.
Taller's just like, my bony fingers are itching.
Well, we found out that Talrand is really good with his fingers.
Giggity.
Caleb, you can go first. You are in front of Talrand. He would not shove past you to unlock a door.
Uh-huh.
I thought you would be going around the corner.
Everybody's trying to sneak in through the building, and Alloy's just
Well,
like,
Floorboards in this house are made of 2,000-year-old whale scrotum.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Thieves' tools check on the door.
bam. Yeah, the door very quickly, very easily pops open. And reveals a very similar armory to what you guys saw before, but there's no table with any extra curos and no chest in this room. Just a collection of sort of basic arms and armor sort of lying about, nothing of particular quality.
But there is that small door.
Talrand takes a look in the door here.
Yeah, peering through and down that hallway, you see another, area where the hallway turns up, and another set of 3 doors. This one specifically looking quite nice, but these two being, again, similar to before, the doors that are barred with a basic piece of wood placed over top of them.
So many hallways. What is this? Final Fantasy 13?
I swear to God, we're in the Arclay mansion.
Dracula, any magic within detection?
Yeah, is there any magic within detection, Doc?
As you are standing in this spot, you at present are not detecting any magic.
None.
I do like that. Dracula, what does your magic radar say? That is an excellent question. What does my magic radar say?
What does my magical radar
Jim!
That's a good question. Kami, the fuck am I doing? Excellent question. King Kai, the fuck is he doing?
How far down this corridor that I'm standing in can I see?
What's that, sorry?
The corridor that I'm standing in that just kind of has blackness at the end of it.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
Here.
now that you're standing there, it does open up a good bit further. You can see that there is the door that's at the end of it, and partway along you can see it opens into a larger hallway. Caleb, do you attempt to pick that door as well?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, cool.
There. Hey!
Opening up that room is another small armory. It appears to be just another collection. This area, though, does very specifically appear to be a collection of all of the captured slaves' equipment. So it's crude clubs, some very poor quality axes and spears, things like that.
Now, the armory room that I'm in, are there any chests lying around?
Nah. In both of these rooms, there doesn't appear to be any chests or anything other than just, basic gear lying about.
All the good shit was kept in the other armory.
Yeah.
Just because of the movement I'm getting out of my party loot pile sheet is all the loot I've been getting. I've been putting it in under slaver loot boxes.
Nice.
Titles.
Good.
Everyone has loot boxes now, even slavers.
Aw.
The European courts are going to have a field day with this.
Look down the corridor there.
Yeah, so as you move up and peer down that particular corridor, you see, as it goes along, there's another wooden door at the end. standard.
Okay. And then I look under the nice door.
Where we can see there are 3 tokens.
Yeah, well, then they don't all.
This is the nice door. That's something else.
Yeah, those 2 are similar slave doors from what you saw earlier. Looking into that room, you can see that there are a collection of beds and rugs and other finery, and a handful of small chests, 5 to be specific. And there's like a fire and a bowl of warm chili on the thing. All of the people who were in there, though, appear to have evacuated recently.
Jess.
The door isn't locked.
Tauren steps out of the way.
It appears as though in their haste, they left the door open.
Yep.
Tauren opens this door.
Yeah, removing the bar and opening that door reveals that there is, again, another room filled with lethargic slaves.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Give me like one roll, Caleb, and I can just blanket apply that to the 5 chests in the room if you'd prefer. Just for the sake of ease.
Yep. Hey!
Bam. Oh my god. Yeah, so going through the room, deftly you unlock each of the chests one by one, quickly, just like click, 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 click. And all through them, again, you find like just, some clothing and some personal effects, what appears to be just like random curos and things like that they've collected over their years of slaving. But collectively, you find, I'm going to say, 10 pounds of miscellaneous jewelry. That appear to be mismatched from random people. Another 10 pounds of chunky jewelry, 50 gold pieces, and 15 platinum.
50 gold, 10. No, perfect, thanks.
No more loot chests for you.
I'm fine with what I got.
Did you want to keep that in? You're going to keep that in your personal stockpile? I've just been adding everything into the party stockpile. Should I put that in the entry on the sheet, or do you want that in your personal money? Is what I was asking. Not.
You know what? I'm going to give up the bling, the chunky bling, 50 gold, but Caleb's just going to pocket maybe 3 of the platinum coins for himself and put the R7 in the party.
It's 12. If you pocket three platinum pieces, then the other 12 would be in the party pool.
Fuck it, I'll pocket 5 then.
All right, so 10 in the party pool.
Finder's fee.
That's fair.
He is a thief by trade.
So platinum in the party.
Shiny's Caleb is grabbing his being. He's 10 feet away. You know what?
Snake doesn't really care for shinies, so.
I was gonna say, do you want to roll to see if you see him pocket the money for himself?
Sure. Not that Snake actually really cares that much, but sure.
If you don't really care, then do you want to just use your passive perception for that?
No, because Snake's actively watching him, so it would still be a roll.
Yeah, roll perception, and then Caleb, roll opposing sleight of hand.
Snake's really just
Gotta beat a 7. Opposing sleight of hand. What do you got?
So I got to roll a 1. Oh god!
Gotta beat a 7. Yeah. So Snake is just like, man, these slavers live pretty nice compared to stuff. And you're distracted by the smell of sweet chili up on the table. It's good eating. And he manages to pocket the money unnoticed. All right.
Sorry. How much gold was there?
There were
50
pieces of gold. Yeah, and then 10 platinum pieces, and then 5 pounds of assorted jewelry, and another 5 pounds of chunky jewels.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was 10 pounds each.
Was it 10 pounds each? Okay, that's my bad then. Yeah, it was 10 pounds each.
10 pounds of jewels, 10 pounds of chunky jewelry? Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 pounds of assorted jewelry that they've sort of randomly picked off of people, and another 10 pounds of their own chunky, melty jewelry.
Chunky, melty jewelry. Sounds delicious.
Yeah. And there you go. So Talron, you're stepping into the room, filled with all of these slaves. One of the goblins on the bed closest, looks up, and goes, "What do you want?"
Prep you guys for a jailbreak.
What?
We are attempting to get everyone ready so that at some point in a short order where we gather you all together and all leave this place.
Oh! Hey guys, they're gonna set us free! And there's like a dull chorus of yay from across the room. A lot of these guys can't really muster the energy.
And there was much rejoicing.
And the crowd goes mild. So they're like, one of the orcs in the back corner there sort of like starts shoving the bugbear awake a little bit, who would then in turn starts like shaking one of the goblins awake, and they slowly kind of like sit up in their beds. And one of the goblins goes, "Okay, so what's the plan?"
We're going to keep going around, finding people and getting them ready to leave.
Okay.
And then we're going to run back through the place, collecting everyone we can, and literally teleport out of here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all right.
Just be ready to move in the short future, like an hour.
Okay, we'll get ready. Each of them slowly starts trying to, like, wake themselves up a little bit more and get to their feet. They're sort of, like, trying to stand and get their balance a bit as you leave the room.
I do the same thing to the door that I did to the other ones.
Oh, so you move in and open the other room up? Boop.
Well,
So yeah, you find that there is another group of slaves in there, and if you have like a similar conversation with them, they also slowly start getting to their feet and trying to rally themselves so that they'll be ready to move when you guys are ready to roll out.
Okay. Also, the effect when my token is under Drakiars looks really dope.
It does.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh!
And Alloy ruins it.
Ooh!
Skeletal dragon power.
Our powers combined.
We are effective.
I mean, if we merged our powers, it would be
become a
like
very strong
firing off
party?
magic arrows, and that would be horrific to deal with.
Okay. Door.
Oh wait, shit.
And
so yeah, there's
open
a door there
area.
in the hallway and another open area there.
Oh. Oh, oh, whoa.
Moving up to that door there and peeking through, you see that there is another eating area just on the other side. And the hallway that is there continues a little bit off into the distance.
Looks like another mess hall.
There is, though, seated at the table, a slaver. He's just munching away on some stew.
One bad guy.
And then he shits himself to death. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
If only.
It's like, wow.
Oh, he just dies from regular dysentery, I see.
My anus is bleeding. All right.
Died from exposure.
Oh man.
All right. Caleb's is going to turn to Talron. Do you want to do him or shall I?
To you.
Sorry, what?
I'll leave it to you.
Okay.
He does have the over 30 in stealth right now.
Okay.
I think he could actually get through the door without alerting him.
Game time. All right.
At
He's
this
also
point,
busy eating soup.
if you guys are going to be going through the door, then, like, right now, I'm going to need you guys to do another stealth check. Okay. So
All of us, or just the people going into the room?
Oh, everybody. Remember, we're going to be adding plus 10. So that's a 23. We got 28. We got another 28. We got another 23. 23, 28, 23, 28.
21?
Ah,
11.
Alloy.
10.
Why?
Or 11.
Alloy gets an
and
11.
A 31. Alloy gets an 11. It is still a critical fail. However, as
God damn
he
it.
sort of like moving down the hallway, one of his metal shoulders clips one of the sort of makeshift sconces that's on the wall, and it breaks and falls onto the ground. The clattering noise does not... Actually, you know, let's see. Does he notice? I'm gonna say, Quad, pick high or low.
Hi.
Oh! He doesn't notice. So it crunches off the wall and clatters to the ground, the little torch putting itself out, and everybody freezes. And the guy just keeps eating his stew. He doesn't seem to notice. Unimpressed.
All right, so I'm gonna go through the door with the dagger drawn out. Gonna sneak up to him ever so quietly.
That's not good.
Yeah, as you move up to him, I'm gonna say that for the purposes of mechanics, he's there. As you move up to him, understand that he is awake. He just doesn't see you coming. So when you do get an attack on him, that's gonna grant you a surprise round before he's able to take any action.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm just going to just very quickly.
And you also attack with advantage.
Yeah.
You remember how much of a punishment these guys could take, just like a ballpark?
It wasn't a little.
Oh, I was just gonna put my hand over his mouth, and then just take dagger and just shove it at the base of the skull. Just where the skull meets the spine.
It's in the keyhole.
Yep. Let me think. Because I mean, that's like that is a coup de grace action, which normally I would allow for a target that is sleeping. But if you're
right, sorry.
if you're gonna
Yeah,
attack
because you go to
somebody
grab
who's-
him, he'd immediately react.
Yeah, like he'd immediately like turn and start trying to fight you, and that would be like an opposed grapple at that point, in which then he could still make noise. But if you're catching him flat-footed like this, it gives you a bonus round where he doesn't get to do anything, and you guys get advantage while attacking him.
Halloran's motioning behind him. He's like, everyone prepare. We're going to run in and curb stomp this guy in a hurry.
I'm just gonna run it.
Basically.
All right. So, yeah, everybody's gonna sneak into the room. Unfortunately, Alloy might not be able to get much closer as he is being a bit loud.
I was super quiet. I was super over here.
Yeah, you're fucking quiet as shit. All right.
Yeah, I'm just perched on the table like a little gremlin because it's bigger than I am.
Okay, so I'll let each of you, if you guys want to roll initiative, I'll put that onto the thing here. Hold on, let me
Bone Devil.
Let me clean up the last time that we had initiative here. Everybody remember to click your character's icon. Click your icon on the map and then go to your character sheet and roll initiative so that it'll put you in the order.
Shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shit, I rolled high. Oh well.
We're all waiting for Caleb to start off the surprise round, so...
21. Yeah, so I'm going to say in descending order. Yeah, do you want to hold your action for... Everybody want to hold their action for Caleb?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll just start at Caleb, and then we'll resolve down the rest of the turn order. All right. So, Caleb, you roll to attack with initiative. Or with advantage. There we go.
Okay.
I took too much of my meds last night, and now my head's a bit fuzzy.
Doing fine.
So I'm not worried about stuff as much, so that's a positive.
Yay!
And bam.
Well, you hit.
Wait, how'd I do that?
Yes, 26 with a dagger. That's defo's a hit.
Still roll one more time for the advantage to see if you crit.
Thanks, Tonberry. Yeah, roll a second time. See if you crit him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, then click where it says dagger on your roll to hit, and it should roll your damage.
You should get a lot of sneak attack damage.
Yeah, you should also get additional damage because you are sneak attacking him. What is your sneak attack dice?
3d6. Okay.
Yeah.
3D.
Your damage is not via the weapon you use. It's via stabbing it in the soft spots.
My God. All right, so that's 17 damage. Jesus Christ. All right. And now Talrand.
So, since I have my double attack, or my extra attack ability.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Jesus Christ. All right, so that's two hits. You hit both times. Tip. And then what we got for damage? Also 6. And then
Plus.
7. Plus.
Additional D8 for the first round of combat.
Okay.
That's all.
2. Okay.
Just 19, you know.
And minus another 6. Okay. He's looking rough. Piffles, what do you do?
I rolled fucking terrible on that damage.
That's
God
okay.
damn it.
Yeah, because that longbow is like a D8 plus 5. And yeah, you rolled 1 and then 2.
Yeah.
Joey, what did other people do? I'm so tired.
That's okay. He got stabbed and then shot in the back with 2 arrows. In this brief instant, this surprise round. He hasn't made any sound yet, but he's still standing.
Sweet, I'm gonna throw a dagger at him.
Yeah, roll me that. Roll it again because you're attacking with
shit.
advantage. That's okay.
The advantage. Okay, hang on. And I just click on my dagger, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you just click on it. Yeah. All right, there we go. We're gonna take that 14. Okay. And then click where it says dagger in your attack roll. 6 piercing, so it's D4 plus 3. 3 plus 3. All right. So he takes that. Oh God, he's looking rough. Jackie, you're up. A light crossbow. Oh, you absolutely hit him.
Okay.
And roll for damage.
Max damage!
Max damage. Yeah, that's a 9.
Damage.
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 Alloy, do you do anything?
I think Snick would go first since we tied and he has a higher dexterity than I do, I think.
Oh, sure. Yeah, then we'll move him. We'll move him there. All right, Snack.
There you go.
Also a light crossbow. All right, you hit him.
We're trying not to make any noise. We're not casting spells.
That's a 5. Oh God. He's so weak. Alloy, what do you do?
Can I run in there and just use my halberd?
Yep.
Okay.
Please do.
So with advantage, here is attack number 1.
Yep, that hits.
Attack number 2. Okay, damage for attack number 1.
Oh, God.
And attack number 2.
All right, sweet. 100%. You guys all like open the door silently, and like all of you creep into the room, and then it's just this like. He's like, like he had like a mouthful of stew, and just like. And
now he has a bowl full of blood.
Yeah, and he's like full of arrows and stabs, and he just like face first into his bowl of stew. He is super dead.
Y'all remember that one scene from Lord of the Rings where the Nazgûl sneak in and just end up stabbing a whole bunch of pillows? He's the pillow.
This is more like that scene from fucking RoboCop where Murphy just gets lit up by all those criminals. Like,
Mallory proceeds to recover his arrow from the body.
what was that? Sorry.
Valorant proceeds to recover his arrows from the body and search for anything of value.
Yeah, he's got like about 2 pounds of chunky jewelry on him. Just like on his person, like on his ears and fingers and stuff like that. Doesn't have anything in his pockets. He was on a lunch break. The whole town got lit on fire, and he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna finish my stew. Everybody else can worry about that. They don't need me out there. And then he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cleaning this bastard up.
This is what
of
happens
the blood.
when you
Let's
choose
throw him on the
spots.
ground.
So yeah, using prestidigitation, you clean up his clothing so there's not blood all over the place or all over his person. But he is still sort of like at his table.
Is there an empty booze bottle nearby?
There are bottles around. If you want to like put one in his hand.
I'm going to empty one up into the chili, and then the big pot of chili that's in the room, and then put the empty bottle in his hand.
All right, yeah. No, you like put an empty bottle in his hand. He's still face down on the table, like half in his chili at this point. And you manage to get one of the bottles into his hand. That's on the table. So it does indeed look like, perhaps to the untrained, that he has drank himself into a stupor. Though his clothing is still full of holes. So like if anyone checks,
He's probably bleeding.
yeah. Like, you cleaned him up so he's not covered in blood and stuff like that anymore, but, like, yeah, he's probably still gonna make a little bit of a mess and whatnot over time, but...
Corpses tend to...
He's a juicy corpse. Also, from where you're standing, Drek, here, I'm gonna reveal the next little area here for you. It does open up, boop, so you can see it does sort of go around a corner there.
Talron does proceed to doctor the chili that he has access to.
You put more lethargy poisons and stuff. Yeah, like you find like a couple of pots lying around. There's one here, and there's one here, and there's a small collection of about like 4 or 5 other bowls that have been served across the tables here. As you doctor them out, filling up, like putting worthwhile doses into each of the chilies is going to definitely take up another vial that you collected. Rounding the corner, you guys look and see the room continues into a little storage area. Hold on, I'm just gonna... and I'm gonna come up here.
Did Snack successfully cast his detect poisons thing?
No.
No?
We weren't there for long enough.
And I got distracted flicking Caleb's ass cheek.
Yeah, flicking Caleb on the butt
That does remind me.
when his bedside manner wasn't great.
Does Caleb have the constantly blowing in the wind main protagonist hair?
Yes. He's an air genasi. He looks handsome and fantastic all the time.
And his hair always has that dramatic, like, flowing in the wind, even if it's like a dead still kind of effect?
It's a side effect of being a genasi. Of course I have it.
So it's a Harlequin romance novel.
I was born like this.
But
Shut up.
I didn't ask to be made like this, Dad!
That one sticks his head around the corner.
Yeah. Coming up to the corner there, you see that there's like a small antechamber with 2 doors.
I don't know why, but I had this image where Talron just like takes off his head and like holds it over the corner.
All
right.
Use it for extra stuff.
How long have we been in here?
I'm gonna say you guys have probably, like, even though the session itself is taking, like, we're wrapping up to our 2.5 hours, I'm gonna say you guys have probably been here, like, as you've been sneaking and moving through, like, opening doors and talking to people, you've been here maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, my detect magic went down.
I thought it would have been like 30 at this point.
No, like, you guys have been, I'm gonna say that you guys have been moving pretty fast.
It killed a couple people.
Tower, and peeking through the door there, you do see it connects to that hallway that you saw earlier. The 2 sets of large wooden doors.
Well, one of them does. Like, the other door doesn't look like it's going into anything.
Caleb, looking in there, you see a storage room. Those stairs don't exist.
Huh.
All right.
Those don't go anywhere.
Let go of me.
Hold on. Snack thinks that perhaps go this way. So that we just come around so we can peek around the corner without having to open the door blind.
Yeah.
We know it connects. Let's just go around and come from the other side.
That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
Yes,
I
it is.
I
Something
believe
there
in
doesn't
Snack.
catch you blind.
Unless we want to
Yeah.
check out that storage room.
Mosh pit.
Ah, crap. Deleted my token. 1 second.
Save that.
Unless we want to wait 10 minutes, I am out for the detect magic.
I don't think we want to wait 10 minutes because then I have to expend my next spell slot
Yeah, we're fine.
or sneaking
Fuck. Damn it.
Right.
Yeah,
because
so
there's no way in hell we're going through this without it.
that's not a thing.
Love you, Alloy.
And this is, and
Literal bucket of
that was a thing. There we go. All right, cool. Okay. So, sneaking up to that door there, and then sort of like peeking out into the hallway as you guys are all still moving like very quietly. You see the rest of this hallway. As it goes up. There we go. Ding. And at the end of the hall, you see a guard. A gentleman who is standing against a pair of double doors, which are held together by a wooden brace, much like the rest of the slavers, or the rest of the slave rooms.
Okay, folks.
Still got 5 minutes, 45. You
What?
see that?
Oh,
I
sorry. Yeah.
think
Also, there is a door that is here that I'm going to mark as not being there. And instead, there is a large double door there.
Oh.
We can't sneak up on this guy.
not this way. No, is the door barred on this side? Is that sorry? Was that what you were saying?
No, the door that you guys are standing at here opens freely.
I meant this
the
door.
one at the end of the hallway does have a brace on it, yes.
Okay.
Technically, Piff could always go invisible and plant a bomb on the guy.
That'll
But
create noise.
that would create noise.
We're trying so damn hard to be this whole sneaky thing.
How effective is the brown alert poison?
Well, we're not supposed to
Oh.
touch it.
You know that it's effective. You've never seen it in action before.
Do you want me to go invisible and sneak up and dip his finger in it or something?
I was thinking you would just stab him with a dagger that was embedded, imbued with it.
We
Yes.
immediately reveal her.
Someone's
But
like,
that's
I can
fun.
coat an arrow or a dagger with this poison. And
Well,
Piffle's just like,
the
I can
thing
just
is,
stink palm him. Like, if you want me to go up and just slather his hands in it.
Well, the thing is, if I attack, it makes me visible again. If I don't attack, I stay invisible. So if I just run up with the little vial and just like sneak it up to his finger and tip it in and then run back, stay invisible.
Okay, so our
And
option says
hope
I
he
see them.
pulls an envy and licks his finger.
You don't need to lick it. We weren't supposed to touch it. It can go through skin.
It is significantly more effective by drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all we need to do
Stop.
is get him to leave his post.
Stop.
I'm sorry if
putting
somebody's
things in
finger's
your
suddenly
mouth.
wet. I might put it in his mouth. You know. And that's what I do with wet fingers, but that's me. Eh,
Does anyone have a spell that we can use to draw his attention up this way? And we could potentially
Not quietly.
Prestidigitation makes noises.
it does. Prestige.
just like a noise that would get him to draw him up here
Up where?
To there.
to around there, and then, and hear me out on this, we do the same thing we did to the last guy and could just come out this door and curb stomp his ass.
Could do that.
Yeah.
So we go back
Hopefully
around.
we roll better.
Everyone's
I
good.
got a better plan.
What up?
I have an idea.
Oh God, it's Aquaman.
What about whales?
I use minor
In the
illusion.
desert.
I use minor illusion right here to create a sound of someone knocking on the wall, like one of the sailors knocking on the wall and saying, "Hey, we need you in here."
Oh. That's
Wait, where did we
actually
do that
not.
knock?
That is not bad.
Yeah.
Minor illusion. Yeah, you create a sound or an image of an object within range. The lasted duration. Range is 30 feet, though.
Is he
You're gonna
30
have
feet
to
away?
sneak up to
Yeah,
use
but the
it.
door. He's going to take time to walk to the door that I can use to get back out of sight.
And it's non-verbal. So you could cast minor illusion silently if you were to get close enough to the door.
Hold on, the image
If you
can't
look up
create
to-
sound, light, smell, or any other sensory
you
effect.
can create a sound or an image within range
Oh, okay,
that lasts
okay,
for
yeah.
the duration. So he
Right
could
here,
create a sound that is
this
somebody
door.
knocking on the back of the door saying, "Hey, we need you in here."
Yeah, and if
Uh,
Draker comes up to this door up here, it's 30, like, well, you could
I
step
was
outside.
saying the wall right next to him.
Oh, if you
That's
get to
true. You could do it through the wall.
Oh, so
You
there's
don't need a line of sight.
I was gonna say, do you need line of sight?
we don't even need to cast a spell. Just bang on the wall.
Well, no,
Well,
I was saying
we don't
with
wanna
the
go in
voice
there.
of, "Hey, we need you in here."
Yeah,
And
all right.
we should probably direct it at, like, the mess hall door, and that way he'll run past us into there, and we can sneak out through the other door.
But we don't know if there's anyone in here we should be worried
That's
about that we don't want to wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
All right. So,
What do we do?
what are you doing, Drake? Here. I'm gonna say if you want to, because normally you need line of sight. Like it's ranged 30 feet. It doesn't go through walls. I don't think. You need to be able to see where you're
That's
creating the thing.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Snack can just go here and beat on the wall because
But
it's
you
still
can't-
just a wall.
It's a
Dude.
stone wall. They might not hear you.
Yeah.
Snack can change that, but that would
Just
be
have
another
Ally go
problem.
over there and try to do a stealth check.
Hey, Ellen, go over there and try to be real quiet. Okay, crash.
Okay, move over here,
Okay.
and from there I cast the spell so that it's.
You know what, then? I'm going to say, so you move to that position. Because you don't have line of sight with what you're doing, I'm going to say you can still cast the spell, but I'm going to need an Arcanum check from you.
Trying to cast it on the wall. I don't know.
Zip.
Oh, ignore the advantage.
That's okay. You still
Doesn't
got
matter.
a 20. So, weaving the spell in such a way, like, you think that through the... It's very much like... I'm going to say that in this case, it's a lot like the teleportation that Nightcrawler uses. Like, you can't see where you're going, but you're pretty sure that it's, like, just the other side of that wall. You could imitate this sound using magic. So yeah, give me a performance check with advantage. Because you are using magic to replicate a spell. It's not you having to like make the sound, but you're using magic. It's not a high DC. You absolutely made it. So the like from behind him, he hears the like, "Hey, we need you in here," and he goes like, "What?" And he turns around, unbars the door, and quickly steps through, closing the wooden door behind him. Though the door is now unbarred, and with that, everybody, we're gonna freeze.
Can we have Caleb say, "Bar the door," so he can't get back in?
I mean, he could make a lot of noise trying to escape, but yeah, you could try to do that. I'll let you resolve what you're gonna do with this door, and then we're gonna call game.
Don't bar the door. Can we just all get in the hallway and ready our actions for when he comes back and just pump him full of holes?
We don't know what's in the room beyond there, and so him dying as soon as he opens the door could start a party. let's just bar the door and let him think it's like somebody's like came across and was like, oh, this door is supposed to be barred. Why isn't it? And shut it because there were guys this way.
I have an idea.
What's up?
Perception to no. I was gonna say to see what's on the other side of the door.
Was anyone in the hallway when he turned around? No, nobody was.
No.
Talon, do you want to try to do a perception on the door? Yeah. The door is ever so slightly ajar, as the gentleman has turned and walked back into the door. He is standing in a room filled with drugged slaves. Same as before.
Ready your actions and pump them full of holes.
Yeah, so he's kind of like coming and he's just like, who's knocking on the door just now? What's going on in here? And a lot of the people are like, frozen peas. And he's just like,
Howard knocks on the door again, and says, "Hey, we need you in here."
He like turns to the door and is like, what the fuck is going on right now? He just like really confused. Steps through here.
Drawn.
Everybody click on your characters. Click on your icons on the map. Roll for initiative. You get a surprise round before he is able to yell or say stuff. All right.
Do you want to just all roll damage and you can figure out if it does it or not?
Is everybody gonna wait for Caleb again, or what's the plan? Because Caleb's on the bottom of the list.
Yeah, he's on the bottom of the list.
Just unload on him in order.
We all unload it.
All right, so Piffles, you're up.
going in order.
Emmy, I'm gonna pull out my rapier and give him a stabby poke.
All right, sweet. Roll for damage. That absolutely hits. You caught him by surprise, so you get to. Ooh, jeez.
You're attacking him from 15 feet away.
Oh, hang on. I have to run up.
Acquired some serious range. Don't worry about it.
This tiny 3-foot thing runs up and just.
Jack, you're up.
Machines.
Light crossbow. Yeah, that hits.
Huh?
You just manage, and what's your damage? That's 4. Okay. And Talrand. Oh, yeah. All right.
Nice.
Roll me damage for those. God, again, a 1, but then a max. Hooray! +8. So that's an extra 11. So what? 27 altogether?
I think so. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
When he rolls decent on his damage, Talrand hits like a runaway train on individual targets.
An absolutely barbaric amount of damage.
Fuck.
Nick.
Dude.
How bad does he look?
He's looking pretty bad.
Okay.
We did some big damage.
Bimk damage. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage. 9. Oh, Jesus. All right. Alloy, you are up.
All right, here I come.
Just smash him in the face with your halberd, dude. Like,
Bonk.
you're not
And also
quiet.
bonk. Yeah, that hits him.
Yep.
Both times. You roll it with advantage. What do you got? 6 and also 6.
No.
If only you got one more attack to get a third 6.
I'm
No.
thinking about it. No.
It's like,
Nah. All right. He is barely standing. Caleb.
Come on, Caleb.
Yay, sneak attack damage.
Take the
Rapier.
prize round, so yeah, sneak attack.
Rapier with advantage.
whamp.
Yep, that hits.
Whamp.
And that's 7. Yeah, that gets him. So he steps out of the hallway and like, what the fuck is going on with? He barely manages to make any sound before you guys absolutely fill him full of daggers and bolts and arrows. And
Fly back
slumps
into
to
the room
ground.
with the prisoners.
Yeah.
Also retrieving my crossbow bolt from him.
As he gets fucking trashed, his body falls backwards into the room with the rest of the prisoners, and they all sit there wide-eyed staring at you guys.
So who's ready to get out of here?
One of the goblin, the only goblin in the middle of the room, puts his hand up and goes, "Me." And with that, we will call game.
Sweet.
Just so it doesn't get forgotten, can I quickly loot the body?
Yeah, sure. He had, I'm gonna say he had 12 gold pieces on him and another 2 pounds of chunky gold jewelry.
It's still technically stealth if no one's alive to witness you.
You guys are making pretty good work.
They can't report your position if everyone is dead!
We have a good idea where they were. Oh? How? Are the dead bodies? Where are they now? Not a fucking clip.
I don't know. All right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call our game and start doing our raffles. How you guys having a good time? How are you enjoying your time so far?
Yeah.
Stay up.
Very good. Loot party.
Very fun. Good
I
time.
wasn't so tired. But I love this game. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's a lot of damage.
You guys got him pretty good.
and I made it.
I kind of want Tolerant to grab the body by the feet and just look at the prisoners, go shh, and drag it back to the door and close it.
You should put him in the closet.
Yes.
Throw them in the fireplace.
The game that we have currently being raffled out, there's a couple of games that we have on here. First and foremost is a game called Mercenary Kings on Steam. I'll look that one up. Ding. Mercenary Kings. Yes, thank you. Okay. All right, I'm not signed in. But it's fine. Yes, and also sure, why not? That one. All right. And so, as you will see in a moment here, because I've got to... Oh, that's that it has been silenced. And the second game that we're going to be looking at is called Ukulele.
And the Impossible Lair. There is a distinction. If it has the Impossible Lair is not the Banjo-Kazooie remake, it's the sequel that remakes Donkey Kong Country, effectively.
Oh, there you go. So then, yes, Ukulele and the Impossible Lair is the second game. So here is our game. Let's kick some claw.
Battle ready.
Very Metal Slug.
Resistance, go!
Looks like it was animated by the people that did Gravity Falls.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, see it.
Right? This is fucking rad.
It is pretty rad. That one redheaded person looks kind of like Granda
It does.
from Gravity Falls.
Player co-op. Oh, and you get huge fucking robots? Yo! This game's amazing.
Oh, stabbing every robot.
Mercenary King.
How to get an awesome, immediate awesome from Dr. Terwat. Giant robot.
Yo, it's got giant robots? Awesome!
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's single player up to 4 people. It's got positive reviews made by Tribute Games. Yeah.
How to get this is the best game of all time from Dr. Terwat. Give it giant robots that shoot lightning.
And a crafting system.
They do have to be good, though, because it doesn't give those without actually playing them.
Yeah. There's lots of games that come up that are like, they got these huge robots, and they shoot lightning, and I'm like, Like, that's it. Yes, it has those things, but they're not done well. Like, you can ruin a cake, even though it has all the same things in it that other cakes have that I like. And up next, we have Ukulele. and the impossible lair. 8.7 out of 10 on IGN. Very positive reviews.
There's a ballistic.
Not a from Nintendo.
Go into the swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that is based off the gameplay style of Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah. And that is our other game. So these are the games that we got on for raffle tonight. If anybody wants to jump on in, dropping some megawatts in to pick up these two games. The first one we're going to be doing off is Mercenary Kings. Mercenary Kings looks really fucking cool. I'm actually... a small part of me is actually a bit sad that I didn't keep it for myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, that looks rad as fuck.
Who knows? Maybe someone who wins it will just let you keep it.
And Tonberry Queen's the only person with a ticket right now, so like huge recommends everybody jumping in on this. Y'all gotta get in. Do it.
Do it.
Support your local Evil Incorporated today. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Or else we're gonna be giving 2 amazing games to Tonberry. Just passing them out.
I mean, she does deserve them.
Of course she does.
Ton deserves everything.
Yeah, Ton works crazy hard.
Me.
And you know who appreciates that? Us.
Oh boy.
We appreciate our stream, Mother. Even though it feels like she's not being appreciated, she is very special.
In the chat, like, fight me!
Everyone, continued mere moment of infinity for appreciation to the chat mom.
Appreciate.
Line up for your free hug and followed by your free stabbing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the hug's just to get the knife in deeper.
Hey, Professor Membrane, what are the odds that Tonberry's not doing a good job?
Not scientifically possible!
Goddamn right. Bah.
Looking that shit up.
Take our love! Take it!
Professor. Yeah.
Hey, Jacksepticeye, Tonberry Queen doesn't believe that she's doing a very good job.
What is that?
I don't know.
He just wants a bigger soundboard so we can put more quotes in.
Yes, I do. That's our 1,500 goal. No, that's our 2K goal is to get the new Stream Deck, so that I can afford to put more sounds on each screen. I didn't think I'd need this many buttons, but it turns out I need more.
So how long until Mango Toad
Never enough
drops
buttons.
$1,400?
I don't know. I don't know. Who all thought that I would,
Scared to
for
ask.
some reason, need more buttons?
No, come on.
Because there's no
What?
such thing. No such thing as too many buttons.
There isn't.
I would counter your affection for buttons might be similar to the need for more monitors.
And the
Yeah.
need for more machine.
I've got 2.
Before long, Doc is just going to have an entire wall of monitors and just like 15 string decks all lined up next to each other so he has enough buttons.
Yep.
This quickly
So,
escalated from needing an extra monitor to evil air.
Yeah.
so Inspector Gadget level of technology.
It's a slippery slope.
It is, perhaps. I think I would get by if the 2 monitors that I do have were just a bit bigger. If I had larger monitors, then I don't need more per se. I'm also looking at like before I do that, I'm looking at like what my current hardware is and combining the 2 computers that I've got into one bigger, better computer and using that not only for streaming and gaming but also for editing. And then I'll have like a backup PC that I'm going to try to find a way to stream with, but we'll see kind of situation. We'll see how that goes. So that I'll have like a separate PC for streaming to handle the load of like encoding that and sending it out, because it doesn't need a lot. in order to do that, but it does still sort of chug the system a bit when it's having to. So we'll see.
Suddenly, everyone's going to just start sending Doc their extra computer parts.
No, don't. They'll probably suck, and I won't have use for them. Paul's got 6. Yeah, I would believe that. Paul's got 6 fucking monitors. God damn.
One day when the world's not on fire, I'll put them so
Come on, people! No one else wants to get in the raffle?
We got
Come on!
I don't have time to play the games.
We're gonna do stuff. You're gonna have money they won't, and they'll be so sad about it.
All right.
make them sad for you with the stuff we do.
We'll make them sad for you with the stuff we do.
There it is.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, wrapping it up. Here we go. Oh, whoa. Oh, Mango jumps in with 1 ticket. Oh, shit. Closing those entries. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come down to it. For the first of Mercenary Kings, our winner is Tonberry Queen! Yeah, you literally just before I hit that button, Mango, you snuck in under the door right before I closed it up. Tonberry, you won yourself a amazing clone of Metal Slug. One would argue a considerably better game than those. And it looks so wonderful. And now, for a copy of Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, our winner is Mango Toad! Congratulations, Mango Toad. You won yourself a copy of Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Huzzah!
Now I am king and queen! Best of both things!
You know what?
You put that on a button, and I love it!
Yep, I put on a button just for you.
I just went and checked my Steam library, and I see that there apparently is a major update for Death Road to Canada.
Yes, there is. They recently put in a huge update, allowing not only for 4 people to start the game, so you can start with 4 people, and it's called like 4 Bastards or something like that. The gaming mode, and also it makes it so that if one of the characters dies and they don't have someone to play, whenever you start a level, because it used to be really confusing, like when you'd hit start and then try to pick a character. Now they're just like, you just hit start and it brings up a screen for all the other players that aren't the first player. And you can choose which characters are currently available to play. And if there isn't anyone left, you can choose the question mark and it brings in a little rat. And you run around as a little rat who has 1 HP and a shitty claw attack, but it still lets you sort of like participate in what's going on. So even if everyone dies except for 1 person, you can have that 1 person running around with like 3 possums, like following them through the zombie apocalypse. Oh man.
Skaven mode.
Yeah, you can go Skaven mode and run through. That also reminds me, I fucking miss playing Total War. I miss streaming that game. I gotta get back into it at some point.
I miss bankrolling the dead.
Yeah, I want to start a new campaign at some point. I'm not sure who we're gonna be playing as, but I'll put it up to a vote to see what people are interested in, because I do miss that game like a lot. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So thank you all so much for coming out to our live stream today. This has been so much fun. I'm really glad that we got to play this with you guys. Yes, close these 2 tabs, you fucking narc. We're gonna we're gonna get back into tomorrow. It's looking like we're gonna be playing Half-Life Alyx. Getting into some more of that, because that is at this point it is the gold standard of VR games for me. Like it is 100% what other VR games should be attempting to emulate. Though I've only played a handful of them thus far, this has thus far been easily the best experience I've had. So huge recommendation on that. But yeah, if you guys want to come along and join, let me know. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Until then, though, thank you all for your views, your donations, your bits, your subscriptions, all of your love and support. And a big thanks as well to our lovely players that we have here with us. Our wonderful people whom we care about so much. Off the top, we've got
Gross.
Esteban playing Talrek, our skeleton archer.
Always ready and happy to loot and murder.
And we've got Rainer playing Drakir, our draconian sorcerer. Sorry,
I am just waiting for my chance to cast Fireball.
Oh, it's coming. We got Keldaka Gray playing Snek, our kobold cleric.
Snek smashed a skull.
Hell yeah, you did. And you've got Quad playing Alloy, our Warforged warrior.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. And we got Caleb playing our Air Genasi rogue, played by Planthier.
I appear to be out of drink.
And last but certainly not least, we've got NB Rex playing Piffles, our goblin bard.
Nobody wants to join.
And we'll raid optimal duo after our credits. And we'll see you all again tomorrow. End of line.
Bye.
Bye.